I hope that you're having a wonderful week. Just seeing God's blessings and mercies that His Word tells us are new every morning. And we do thank you again for joining us as part of this midweek devotion. Again, if there's something here that encourages you or challenges you, I encourage you to pass it along to others, that they also may take advantage of this. I do want to follow up what Randy talked about this past Sunday as we continue to go through the Gospel of Matthew and looking at familiar scripture, usually at Christmas time, but then looking at Matthew chapter 2 and the story of what God did in preparing Christ to come and preparing others for His birth, and how God worked through a variety of ways in literally the history, the story of Christ's life. And I just want to encourage you to realize that God is also working through your story, that things happen in our life. And even as we saw in chapter 2, some bad things happened, that God is in control even in those difficult situations, and that God is always fulfilling His word. He will be with us. His promises we can count on no matter what. And I was thinking of that and came to, again, maybe familiar scripture out of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 55 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways." We can never understand the mind of God, but we can know it to be true. He goes on to say, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." Just simply saying, God knows what's best. We can count on Him. What happens, our thoughts, what He intends to do, His plans are always perfect. His timing is always perfect. Goes on in verse 10 and says, "As the rain and the snow come down from heaven," which I believe we're supposed to get on Wednesday, "and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater." And then verse 11 says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." We can trust God. We can trust His word. We need to stand on His word, allow Him to work through areas in our life, but always coming back knowing His ways are perfect. His ways are better than what we could even imagine or think, Paul says in Ephesians. And so I just encourage you, whatever's going on in your life, to know that God is in control. We can trust Him because He will always do what His word says it will do, and it will never return void. My hope and prayer is that as we continue to journey through the Gospel of Matthew, looking at the life of Christ, that you just realize that God is working through you and your life, and we need to be open to what He has for us today, and then as we wake up tomorrow, what He has for us tomorrow, and take each day as it comes, trusting Him to be part of our life and to do what's best in our life. Again, thank you for being with us. God bless.